I let it go for about $40.
$40?
So the boho braids is canceled for the summer. All braids, knotless braids, boho braids, box braids, they cancel.
Okay, so the braiding hair got cancer in it, y'all. Most of the brands that...
Our latest investigation found carcinogens in all 10 products of artificial braiding hair that we tested. Beauty products.
Guys, reports have came out stating that braiding hair is causing cancers and fibroids and all these things in Black women that they're like, hey, why do I have this? Why can't I have children? Listen, I don't think this is the first time this has came out to the media. I think TikTok is just the Consumer Report. I think their report made it go viral again. But when I was younger, this came out. This came out to the public. It came out 2 times. It came out when I was really young, like I would say like 10, 11, around those ages. And it came out again like a few years ago because I remember there was a rise in the girlies washing their fake braiding hair. And I was like, I would never do that. And this was like a few years ago, guys, that the trend came out with washing your fake braiding hair. And I was like, I'm not gonna do that. And the thing is also with this report, do I believe it? It's not that I don't believe it. We're gonna watch some TikToks. But I'm saying like, okay, it probably does give cancer, but how frequent is it? What is the percentage? And how often does it happen to women? Okay, so we're gonna look at these TikToks and we're gonna watch them and understand, because I've been braiding my hair for decades, and I'm not saying because it didn't happen to me or people that I know, it's not happening. But I know for a fact, this is not the first time this information has came out to the public. So let's watch the report first, and then we'll go into some other TikToks.
Our latest investigation found carcinogens in all 10 products of artificial braiding hair that we tested. Beauty products such as...
And also, braiding hair is only like $1. I remember when they used to be 99 cents. I don't know if they still are. Maybe some of them are 99 cents, but pretty sure they're up to $5 now. You can buy 1 pack for up to $5.
As synthetic braiding hair are largely unregulated.
It makes sense maybe because they probably use really fake cheap things just so they can pump it out to the American or just to all these countries. And unfortunately, a lot of Black people will buy lower cost hair to a certain degree.
Regulated, and some ingredients are not required.
And it being normalized in the community too.
Required to be listed on the package. This puts the health of people who wear synthetic braiding hair and the braiders who install them at risk. If you wear synthetic braids, one tip to decrease your overall exposure is to take breaks between installs. Braids are often worn for many weeks, and prolonged repeated exposure increases your risk. Some of
us wear the braids for months, up to 7 months. Sometimes we take it out and put it right back in. So yeah. So here are some of the brands that they say.
All synthetic braiding hair brands we tested for comment. Only 2, Sensational and Magic Fingers, responded, both disagreeing with our testing methodology. Hair's own Sensational said,
just to let you guys know, if any of you guys are here, most of the Black beauty industry in regards to hair products, hair tools, is all owned by Korean companies. Koreans, and I think some Chinese, yeah, but mainly Koreans. It's not even Black owned. And the reason why it's not Black owned, I heard also that they give a hard time. A lot of the Korean and Chinese companies give a Black time. Give them a hard time, like Black wholesalers or Black businesses that want to open up their own beauty supply stores. They give them a hard time with wholesaling products to them, and there's a lot of gatekeeping. Yeah, so Black people really do need to start making their own products and supporting our own businesses. But the thing is, a lot of people talk about is that customer service sucks and high pricing. Their pricing is so high for things.
Unequivocally stand by the safety of Sensational products, and our company urges consumers to continue to confidently use Sensational products. Magic Finger said that we strongly stand by the safety of our products and the quality materials used to make them. Neither company responded to questions about whether or not they do pre-market testing of their products for lead, volatile organic compounds, or other contaminants. Read our full investigation, including other concerning findings from our tests, through the link in our bio.
Well.
All right, let's dissect Consumer Reports' findings that synthetic braiding hair contains carcinogens, because people are already jumping to conspiracy theories. So they tested 10 different products for the presence of heavy metals as well as volatile organic compounds, VOCs.
I wonder if there's a YouTube video going in depth more onto this. Probably. I'm gonna search up their YouTube channel after, like Consumer Reports, and see.
The brands are on the left-hand corner, including Darling, Debut, and Sensational. And they tested each product twice, which is why you see duplicates of each one. And they concluded that all 10 products contained levels of lead that exceeded the maximum allowable dose level, as set by California because there is no national level for this. However, the MADL they went off of is for drinking water, which is only based off of oral exposure, not dermal exposure. So I emailed them asking why did they base the exposure limit off of oral exposure, not dermal exposure, because you're not eating your braids. And part of the reason they went with the oral exposure model is because of the likelihood of braiders coming in contact with the braid by eating food after braiding somebody's hair and not washing their hands, or little kids with braided hair putting the braids in their mouth. And while I understand why they went with that model, I don't agree with it because, again, you're not intentionally ingesting braids. Any contact with the mouth is incidental. Plus, the limit for lead allowed in lipstick is 5 ppm.
See, I told you guys. We love people who actually do research because I told you guys I don't really believe it. And look, now he's realizing you can only get the cancer if it's getting in contact with your mouth. So you know those braiders? If you guys haven't watched my video on horrible hairstylists, yeah, you guys can watch that on my channel. But listen, those braiders that like eat chips and braid hair at the same time, or they're eating chicken and whatever they're doing and braiding hair at the same time, those are the ones who probably gonna catch it. Not only is because you're craven and sloppy, but that's just disgusting. I don't care if it's fake hair. It's not like their actual hair you're putting your...
While none of the lead concentrations in the tested braid samples exceeded 0.2 ppm, and you're much more likely to ingest lead via lipstick than you are via hair. But you might ask, why is there lead allowed at all? It's because lead is kind of impossible to get rid of. It's elemental, it's in the ground. So these are very conservative limits to account for the fact that lead is just ubiquitous. And as for the VOCs, the level of benzene detected in this is far below the standard set by OSHA for daily exposure. But the biggest concern with the VOCs would be acetone, which may or may not be a concern for you if you get nails done, because you are exposed to some amount of VOCs when you boil the braids to seal the ends. So if you have any respiratory issues, breathing in that acetone might be a concern. Otherwise, I don't find their findings cause for alarm because the levels detected here are far below other things like bentonite clay. Bentonite clay has a good amount of lead in it. But ultimately, I'm just here to help you make informed decisions. I'm not here to tell you what you can and can't buy. If you'd like synthetic hair alternatives, I have a video on rebundle that you should check out.
Listen! Oh my gosh. So people in the comments section was saying like this is racism. They're doing it for public outcry. They know that a lot of Americans or just a lot of people in general are not going to read the full scope, do the further investigation like how this nice young gentleman has. I had to repost it because I'm like, this is actually nice of him to do. Listen to me. Let me tell you guys something. I work with a lot of hair companies and I realized that a company reached out to me the other day and they were like, hey, we want to work with you, blah, 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 blah. So I was going on their website to see like what I would like and if I would want to even work with the hair company. And I saw that now this hair company, I worked with them in the past like 3 times before. And I was like, they never used to promote human braiding hair. It was weird. It was like new, like they were trying to promote and get it out there. But obviously that was not what the collab was about. When I saw it, I was like, this company never promoted human braiding hair. And then I used to see like all these hairstylists when I did the hairstylist video, they were trying to be like, oh, buy human hair for braiding, blah, 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 blah. That's why it costs $1,000 to do braids. So this is what my theory is. You guys have to come back to this video and let me know if I'm wrong. My theory is that the Asian market wants to put out this propaganda that buying fake braiding hair is going to cause you guys like cancers and fibroids and all these other health concerns, just so you guys can now start buying human hair. We're looking at a shift now in the beauty community in black hair, where no longer is it going to be the norm to buy fake braiding hair, and now it's going to become the norm for everyone to buy human braiding hair. Just give me by the end of the year. I'm telling you, it's going to switch over because of this propaganda or this media fiction that's being promoted. And now it's going to be like everyone is wearing real human braiding hair. It's going to get easier for the hairstylists. You're going to see an uptick. The businesses know why they want to start selling this now. And yeah, long gone are the days of fake braiding hair, just like how long gone are the days of closures. Remember, it used to be closures, and then now it went to frontals. Yeah, and people are like saying like, oh, closures have horrible lace. Closure, we're not doing closures anymore. Now it's frontals, human hair. We're getting back to it, girls. You have to, these are just all trends, shifts in society, and new things that are happening. I love it. People are still gonna buy braiding hair. I'm still gonna buy it. I don't really care.
Y'all, I swear to y'all, them people is not lying about that braiding hair. Last year, a girl had emailed me for promo for Knotless Plaits, and I ended up going to her to do the promo. And after she did my hair, maybe like a little after a week, I literally broke out in a big rash in my head. It was almost like I had hives, like it was making my skin crawl. I had to wake up in the middle of the night and go to Aventure Urgent Care. They had to give me literal cream, like some drop shit to put in my head to cure it up, and I had to take the hair out. So my mom, I'm like, I ain't never going back to this girl. If you on my YouTube, you remember this happened to me. I'm like, I ain't never going back to this girl. I don't know what she used in my head, but that it broke me out, right? And this was the first time this happened to me. I done had knotless pets like years ago. I always used to wear knotless, right? So a couple of months later, I ended up going to my homegirl and I told her what happened. She used different hair and everything. I promise y'all, no lie, the shit happened again. Like 4 days later, I started seeing bumps in my head and they was getting like little pus heads in them. I had to take my hair out like 4 days later. I was so mad. I don't know what they done did to that hair, but it is true. That hair has something in it that is causing us disease. They say it's cancer. I don't know, but that hair.
Well, I think it's maybe her scalp is sensitive and maybe they were just braiding too tight, or the hair products. A lot of gels. And when did we even start using gels to braid hair? When I grew up, like, guys, I was born in the 90s, okay? And my childhood was late 90s, early 2000s, okay? Early to mid 2000s. Listen, especially in the early 2000s, no one used to use gel braiding hair. Am I wrong? Someone has to correct me, because I never once saw anyone put gel in my hair. Never once, ever. So I don't know. It could be the gels, guys. Like, and maybe her scalp is sensitive to hair. But sometimes these braiders they plait so tight, man. Ugh.
Okay, so the braiding hair got cancer in it, y'all. Most of the brands that the girlies use to get their hair braided has what they call carcinogenic. I'm from the South. Don't talk about how I say words. But anyways, they found
I don't think being from the South has to do with you not don't know how to say a word. Oh,
cancer, that's the big word. But I'm gonna put y'all on because of what's going on.
Some of these girls are so pretty, but they need to pay attention in school.
On the last day of Black History Month is when I find out that braiding hair is causing women to get cancer. Like, that is so crazy to me. And then what's even crazier is that you don't even know what brands are like causing the cancer, because these braiding hair brands are lacking like detailed ingredient lists. So they're not even putting all the ingredients on their ingredient list. So how do you even look and see which brand has these harmful chemicals in them? These people have been putting formaldehyde in our braiding hair. Y'all, that is a bug killer. A bug killer. And they've been putting that in our braiding hair, and that stuff can literally give you cancer. So yeah, y'all, when y'all dip y'all braiding hair in hot water, all of that, it's actually releasing VOCs, which is just crazy to me. And it's just like, why is there chemicals in the braiding hair? Why is there acetone? Why is there formaldehyde? Why is there all those chemicals in the braiding hair? But at the same time, I feel like I can't be that shocked, because have y'all ever seen those videos of them like actually making the braiding hair? Like, it looks like chemicals. Like, I'm not gonna lie.
Next.
So you're telling me all these years we've been wearing braids, thinking it's a protective hairstyle, thinking we're growing our hair, thinking we're doing something good for our hair, all to come to find out that braiding hair causes cancer. And I wonder if this is the same braiding hair that they sell in the UK, because you know how over there they're more strict about like ingredients and chemicals or whatever. Because if this is the same hair that they sell over there, not my hair, but just the hair in that video that y'all probably saw already, like, then I feel like it's not that bad. Like, it's still bad, but it's not like that bad. But if it's this not the same hair that they sell over there, then well, it's just like, what are we supposed to do with this information? Peak braiding hair season is like right around the corner.
Oh, she didn't watch the Consumer Report. That's so funny.
This is your reminder to
See,
wash
I told
your
you,
braiding hair.
people wash their
This
hair.
was me soaking my stretched like 72-inch braiding hair. I was getting the boho knotless braids, and this was all the chemicals that came off. This was after one wash. This was maybe 5 minutes.
And then she washes it in the kitchen with her plates on the other side. Why do people even wash hair in the kitchen? I know it's a norm. I know it's a norm in America to do, but I just cannot loop my head around washing anything in the kitchen sink other than things that only belong in the kitchen, like kitchen items and food items. No matter how much I deep clean it, I still don't.
So make sure.
I thought they had like laundry room sinks, or do it in your bathroom.
To avoid a allergic reaction or anything like that, make sure you're washing your braiding hair before you get it installed.
I'm just not doing it. If hairstylists do it, then that's fine.
Y'all, they done found cancer in the braiding hair. Yes. And 10 different very popular brands. So y'all know what that means.
If someone is like pray over your wigs and braiding hair people and put like the praying sign, I can't take people serious.
Okay, y'all. So I've been seeing a whole bunch of discourse around braiding hair and how like it's got cancer causing properties and stuff on it, or cancer causing stuff on it. But I feel like, isn't that not why we started detoxing the braiding hair before we started using it, like with the apple cider vinegar wash and
just see, I told you guys, she's literally telling you guys that people were doing it. And I want to tell you when I saw, maybe in 2019, I can't remember, but it wasn't anything far. It was a trend to wash your braiding hair. I'm not doing it.
Is that not why we started doing it? Like, I'm not trying to be funny and like gaslight, but I feel like we already knew this. So the fact there's just so much uproar and dysfunction because of it is like, it's taking me back a little bit. Like, I don't know. Like, I feel like am I going crazy, or is that not why we started soaking the braiding hair before we started putting it in? And why we started getting that braiding hair that's like the pre-soaked braiding hair. I could be tripping. Like, truly, let me know. But I genuinely feel like we already knew this.
Exactly.
Like, I specifically remember.
Sorry, my camera died, but I was telling you guys that's why some hairstylists charge up to $1,000 to braid, to give you human hair installed in your hair as braids, because like supposedly one pack can start at 30 but can go up to like hundreds of dollars. So anyways, you guys have to comment down below your thoughts and opinions and what you guys think. Are you gonna switch from fake braiding hair to real braiding hair? Do you just don't care, just like me? Or let me know, and I'll see you guys in the next one.